And in our top business story, Dubai's property market is unlikely to face another 2008-style plunge. That's according to the London Business School. The institution carried out a survey of more than 200 business executives to gauge their views on the market, which is predicted to face price drops of up to 20% in some areas, according to the ratings agency Standard & Poor's. However, 84% of survey respondents say they did not believe that prices would plunge in the same manner as they did following the 2008 financial crisis. The executives, who are made up of the business school's own alumni and current executive MBA students, were evenly split on whether prices were likely to rise or fall at all. Although 50% felt that there would be a decline, 47% said prices were likely to remain stable or even increase. More than two-thirds also believed that the market was maturing and growth would not continue at the same pace as it had in recent years. Knight Frank's recent Global House Prices Index showed that Dubai was one of the worst-performing housing markets in the first quarter of this year. A year-on-year decline in house prices of 6.1% meant that it finished 53rd in a ranking of 56 markets, with only China, Cyprus and Ukraine reporting steeper drops. Emaar Misr shares rose by as much as 7.4% on the first day of trading on the Egyptian exchange on Sunday, in the country's largest initial public offering in 8 years. However, the share's performance fell short of analyst predictions, with investor sentiment subdued by recent violence in Egypt and uncertainties over Greece's future in the Eurozone. Shares in the Egyptian property developer, majority owned by Dubai's Emaar Properties, soared in the opening minutes of trading before easing gradually as the day went on. The stock eventually ended up 2.94% at 3.94 Egyptian pounds, which was the day's best performer. About 78.5 million Emaar Misr shares changed hands, which is 40% more than the next most traded stock. Emaar Misr's IPO, first announced in May, has involved the sale of 600 million shares, equivalent to a 13% stake in the company, at £3.8 each, giving the company an initial valuation of £17.6 billion or 8.34 billion dirhams. The GCC's mobile connected devices market is expected to increase by around 29% to 45 million units by 2019, compared to 35 million units currently this year. The new data was released by the International Data Corporation, or IDC, on Sunday and shows that the region's market expanded by 16.7% year-on-year in the first quarter of 2015 and saw record shipments of over 8.7 million units. The data also shows that the region adopted new technology quickly, as the smartphone market grew by double digits in the March quarter, but the feature phone category declined by double digits in the same period. Similarly, tablets witnessed nearly a double-digit growth, but the portable PC market dropped by single digits. Comprising shipments of smartphones, tablets and portable PCs to Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Bahrain, Oman, Qatar and Kuwait, the market's growth was spurred by lower average selling prices, which have increased penetration levels, as well as the continued efforts of new vendors to make their way into the region's markets and claim a piece of the pie. The Saudi market accounted for over 50% of the mobile connected devices shipped across the GCC in the first quarter, with the UAE ranking second with approximately a 26% share of the market's volume. Qatar recorded the region's highest rate of year-on-year growth in the first quarter, with shipments up by more than 45%. The Dubai World Trade Center hosted 47 non-trade events that attracted 185,000 visitors during the first 6 months of the year. While known as one of the premier locations for trade shows in the region, the center also hosts dozens of non-trade events, including government activities, product launches, award distribution ceremonies, graduation ceremonies, and leisure activities such as music concerts or fashion shows. Ahmad Al-Khaja, the senior vice president of Dubai World Trade Center, was quoted in a local report as saying that the center has enhanced its regional and global position in the past 10 years. He added that the center is no longer just a venue for hosting conferences and exhibitions, but also the leading regional destination for hosting events.